Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Weather has been the big story all day. Pre-treating helped, but some roads were or are becoming iced over. We'll have an update on conditions. Rockford Police think they've solved the murder of a husband, father, and friend. They tracked down the teenager accused of killing him. And Illinois lawmakers believe teachers at all levels could use some help, even in college classrooms. A proposal provides relief for buying certain supplies. Good evening, I'm Eric Wilson. Mimi Murphy has the evening off. As Candace just mentioned, most of our area is under an ice storm warning. It's bringing some travel concerns with it. Let's go right back over to the Weather Center. Candace, how long will this stick around?
Yeah, you know, we've had several hours, Eric, of rain and freezing rain, some sleet and even a little snow mixing in beginning this morning and into this afternoon. I think we'll see several more hours of that before that starts to lighten up just a bit. That rain has been coming down at a rather heavy pace here over much of northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin, causing quite a few issues out there already. We look at our radar, it's very colorful. You've got a mix of a little freezing rain and rain as temperatures, as I mentioned, sit close to 32, 31, and even 33 degrees. So depending on that temperature will determine what you see across the region. But there have been reports so far of ice accumulations anywhere from 1/10 of an inch up to 1/4 of an inch. And we've had a lot of reports come in so far this afternoon and evening of downed trees, branches, and power lines down. Several are without power here this evening. And I think as that wind continues to kind of gust in from the northeast, those power outages may grow as we continue to accumulate that ice. Now our roads, they are slick in some places, but that road, the rain I should say, has been coming down somewhat heavy. And with temperatures right at even just a little above freezing, that has helped with some of that ice accumulating on the road. So they've been wet, but black ice is still going to be an issue. We've had reports of partly to mostly covered icy roads out across northwest Illinois. So as we go through this evening, I do think road conditions are still going to deteriorate, and bridges and overpasses, those will become slick as well. Now I mentioned our temperatures. We're at 33 right now in Rockford, Freeport, 31 in Belvedere. You're at 32 in Rochelle. Same thing in DeKalb. Our weather watcher Ken down in Esmond in Rochelle says they've had a lot of ice come down so far throughout this afternoon. In fact, a lot of the tree branches are beginning to sag. Tree branches that are normally about 6 feet off the ground are actually touching the ground. So the weight of that ice causing quite a few issues out there. And this is going to continue here as we go through the rest of this evening. Notice as we get to about 8, 9 o'clock, that will begin to kind of lighten up just a little bit. We'll keep with that light mix going into tomorrow with that northeasterly wind, but the winds will kind of shift around to the west tomorrow afternoon as our temperature drops back. Meteorologist Savannah Brito is outside right now with a live look at current conditions. Savannah, how are things looking out there?
Candace, yes, thank you. Conditions are deteriorating out here like you just mentioned. We're already seeing mostly to partially covered roads northwest of the Rockford area, but check it out behind me. We do have ice already being accumulated on branches. You can see a light coating here on these surfaces. So for the most part, it has been on elevated surfaces. Power lines, we have seen reports of power outages as well. And for the most part, roads, if you come down here with me, you can see right here, this is mainly rain. You can't see a ton of ice on the roadways right now, at least in our parking lot here right outside the station, the Eyewitness News station. But before, towards the door, you could kind of see and walking in that sleet, freezing rain mix, and that's kind of what the majority of the area is seeing right now. South areas, south of Rockford, kind of a rain, but because temperatures are hovering right around that freezing level, we are going to see conditions deteriorate, roadways, slick spots out there, specifically in parking lots as well. And you can also see towards on windshields and car surfaces, there is frozen and freezing rain on those surfaces too. So we're obviously going to stay outside, keep you guys up to date, stay inside if you can. That's why we've been saying to stay inside off the roadways if you can, just because conditions are deteriorating. We'll head back inside to Eric though for now.
Thanks, Savannah and Candace. And as Candace mentioned, there are at least a dozen active reports of lines down in our area, maybe more. That's led to power outages. Here's a look at the numbers. As of about 15 minutes ago, in Winnebago County, more than 3,100 customers don't have electricity. In Ogle County, it's about 380. Boone County, roughly 260 customers are without power. Stevenson County has the fewest, right around 190. If you had plans for the evening, you might want to double check them before you head out the door. Many businesses and groups have canceled events. You can find a full list of closings and cancellations we've been told about on our website, mystateline.com. The best advice when the weather is this treacherous is to stay home. Sometimes that's not an option. If you head out and get in some trouble, there are workers out there ready to pull you to safety. Nikel Delgado spent part of the day with them on the road. Nikel, they've got advice if you have to get behind the wheel.
That's right, Eric. They say that if you don't have to go out, don't. But if you have to, make sure you are doing it safely and carefully.
I know everyone's in a hurry or got places to be, but with the weather like this, the road's not in 100% capability for you to drive what might be posted on the roadway.
Tanner Sandell started his towing career a few years ago with Haas Towing after he needed his car towed. Now Tanner helps those who end up in a bind.
We don't know really how bad this ice storm might be because we don't know how cold it will get. Later on into the night, all this rain that's sitting in the roadways might turn into ice, which will cause bigger problems. It's not like snow when you can visually see it there. Ice creeps up out of nowhere, under bridges, on bridges. The ice builds up and you might not be able to see it, but it's there.
Tow trucks aren't immune to slippery roads, meaning it could take some time to rescue you. Tanner encourages drivers to keep blankets and extra clothes in the car in case of an emergency.
People, while they're waiting for us, the big thing is to try staying warm, especially with how cold it is. Always carry like a blanket or something with you in your trunks.
Tanner reminds drivers this ice can cause cars to spin out, so you also have to be aware of others out on the roads. His goal is to make sure everyone, including himself, get home safely.
Driving a big truck, I have to keep my distance of other cars and be aware of my surroundings and basically be safe. Like I said, I just got to tell people to be patient, that we are on the way.
The city of Rockford has been salting the roads all day. Folks are asked to follow a safe distance behind the plow trucks to prevent salt from hitting your vehicle. Eric?
Nikel, always solid advice. Thanks for that. The teenager wanted in connection to a murder earlier this month has been captured. Rockford Police located and arrested the 15-year-old last night on Broadway. They aren't releasing his name because of his age. The shooting happened back on February 11th. Officers found 54-year-old Miguel Perez shot to death in his car on 7th Avenue near 9th Street. He was waiting for his family while they handed out Jehovah's Witness booklets. People on the scene say they saw a shot fired from a passing car. The 15-year-old is in the juvenile detention center. If you're a college professor in Illinois, you could get some relief from the state when buying classroom supplies. A bill in the General Assembly gives educators at public colleges and universities a $500 tax credit. If the proposal passes, professors would be able to claim the credit starting next tax year. The bill's sponsor says it can help cut teachers' overall costs.
We can do our part to provide a little bit of effort, a little bit of support, a little bit to offset their overall costs when it comes to just trying to be an educator and do their jobs.
K-12 public school educators already get a tax credit on school supplies. You can now make your voice heard in local elections happening this spring. Today marks the first day of early voting. Locally, seats on the school and park district boards are at stake. Several city council wards are up for grabs as well. If you live outside of Rockford, you can cast your ballot at the county administration building on Elm Street. That's in Winnebago County. If you're in another county, go to your county clerk's office. If you're in Rockford, vote at the Board of Elections office on 6th Street. To see a full list of candidates and referendums, head to our website. That's mystateline.com. Former President Donald Trump paid a visit to East Palestine, Ohio. He's been critical of the Biden administration's response to the toxic train derailment there. Meanwhile, Rashad Hudson shows us the head of the EPA is in the area for the second time since the disaster.
Former President Donald Trump is slamming the federal government's response to the Norfolk Southern train derailment.
They were intending to do absolutely nothing for you.
Trump was in East Palestine, Ohio Wednesday, meeting with community members and first responders. The former president says he is donating thousands of gallons of cleaning supplies and more than a dozen pallets of water to the community.
We have told you loud and clear you are not forgotten.
Joining Trump on the visit were Congressman Bill Johnson and Senator J.D. Vance.
The most important thing that we can take from this visit is that we can't forget about the people of East Palestine, because there will be a rebuilding effort. We need to finish the cleanup effort. That's the most important thing.
As recovery efforts take place, the EPA is ordering Norfolk Southern to cover the cleanup costs.
In no way, shape, or form will Norfolk Southern get off the hook for the mess that they created.
EPA Administrator Michael Regan says the agency is using its authority under the federal Superfund law to order Norfolk Southern to take all available measures to clean up contaminated air and water.
This work will be done to EPA specifications.
Thursday, the NTSB plans to issue a preliminary report on the East Palestine derailment. And after days of criticism, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg will also visit the scene. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, it has been a mess out there all throughout the morning, really picking up into the afternoon and this evening, although we are starting to see some of that precipitation kind of wane a little bit to our west and southwest, but it is going to continue as we go through these next several hours. It's been a mix of a little sleet, but mostly rain and freezing rain that we've had fall through southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. In fact, the type of precipitation we've had really dependent on that temperature. This is a very expansive storm system with thunderstorms and severe weather further to the south. As that low pressure system works a little closer to us, it is now moving into southeast Iowa. We'll start to see some of that precipitation begin to come to an end, but it's already caused quite a few issues across the area. Now, I mentioned that temperature that has really been key as to what has fallen and accumulated across the region. We're at 33 right now in Rockford, Freeport, 32 in Monroe, 32 in Rochelle, and 32 right now in DeKalb. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera now out in Freeport. This brought to us by Rockford Career College, and you can really see the ice accumulating on the trees out there pretty much across the area, and that has caused quite a few issues as far as downed trees, branches, and power lines. So there are quite a few power outages that have been reported. While the ice hasn't necessarily accumulated all over the roadways, roads for the most part are wet, with the exception west of Rockford, northwest Illinois. We have had some icy reports of roads, secondary roads, back roads, county roads, elevated surfaces, so bridges and overpasses. Those are still going to be slick here through this evening. That rain came down pretty heavy, so it did help a little bit with the accumulation, along with that temperature sitting right at 32, 33 degrees on the main roadways. But I think as that rain begins to kind of lighten up and not become as heavy, we may actually see a little more of that begin to accumulate on the roadways. So I do think our conditions will deteriorate still just a little here through this evening. Additional ice accumulations, you've got about 1/10 of an inch to maybe 2/10 of an inch coming down, I think closer to about 1/10 of an inch. This is for that area outlined in the darker purple, but for most of us, we are going to see some additional ice accumulations, and that'll cause some problems here as we go continuing through the evening and then into tomorrow morning too. So temperatures will kind of hover close to that freezing mark through the morning tomorrow. When you have 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of ice accumulation, you start to get that light ice on trees. We've had that already between about 1/10 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch, even up to 3/10 of an inch of ice accumulate on some of those tree limbs. And then again, with that wind picking up from the northeast, sustained winds right now at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We've got some gusts 25 to 30. Wind speeds will be an issue here as we go through the night. The wind may lighten up just a little bit briefly as that low pressure system moves closer to us tomorrow morning, but on the backside of that, it will pick up. So winds will pick up from the west, 30 to 40 miles per hour. As we go through this evening, notice we've got some of the lighter freezing rain and rain showers that'll begin to taper off. We may see some of that mix, especially closer to the state line tomorrow morning, but temperatures will drop, Eric, as we go throughout the day tomorrow, so it'll feel more like the 20s by the afternoon, 24 on Friday, and then we'll see those numbers back into the 30s. Rain likely then early next week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Ice Hogs are sitting pretty good in the AHL Central Division right now, but they'll be in a better spot if they can win tonight. They'll host the Texas Stars. Stars are one of the teams ahead of the Ice Hogs. They're in second place, 6 points ahead of the Hogs. These two teams have already played 7 times this season, and the Ice Hogs have won 5 of those games. That includes a 3-2 overtime win last Friday. Coach Sorensen says the Ice Hogs just need to stay in the moment, not get ahead of themselves during this final stretch.
Our biggest thing is to take it a game at a time, but we're trying to climb up the standings for sure, and we play a lot of those teams that are ahead of us. We also play the guys who are behind us, so let's make sure here that it's game by game, focus on our next shift, and next game is the biggest thing.
Well, Ice Hogs rookie forward Cole Gutman looks like an NHL natural with the Blackhawks. He was just called up last week, and already he has 2 goals. His second came here last night on a breakaway against the Golden Knights. He got his first goal this past Sunday. Gutman is one of several Ice Hogs who have scored their first NHL goals this season with the Blackhawks. And that generates excitement in the Ice Hogs locker room.
Yeah, it's awesome to see guys have success, and I think for some of the younger guys that maybe haven't got a taste yet, it kind of shows them that they are closer. If they see guys going up and producing and doing well like that, it gives them a little hope as well. But that's always good, and especially a time like this, guys can use all the confidence that they can get. And, a guy like Gutty, it's great to see him go up there and obviously score and get some confidence, and hopefully we don't see him for a little while here.
Gutman and the Blackhawks will take on the Stars tonight. The icy conditions outside put a halt to high school tournament basketball action. All the boys' regional semifinal games scheduled for tonight have been pushed back until tomorrow night. And because of that, several of the regional championship games that had been scheduled for Friday night have also been pushed back one day to Saturday night. Well, former Jefferson Jayhawk Antonio Levy's doing big things now for the Rock Valley College basketball team. Big Tone has just been named the NJCAA Division II National Player of the Week. He scored 30 points, grabbed 10 rebounds in a game last Tuesday against 6th-ranked Milwaukee Area Technical College. Levy is a 6'7" sophomore.
Our first warning interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. We've got that mix of rain and freezing. Rain will continue through about 9 o'clock tonight. Temperatures dropping through tomorrow.
Thanks, Candace, and thanks for spending some time with us. Stay safe.